Hello again YouTube. So today I'm going to do another video for you guys. I'm actually going to do sort of like a semi-popular one at the moment. Like, I've seen loads on YouTube with different beauty vloggers. Like, they've been going around forever and ever, these types of videos. So I thought I'd do my one. And it's what's in my makeup bag video. So, in general, I don't always carry the bag around with me. I just carry the contents. But occasionally I'll keep it all in one like zip up bag just because it's easier, because like it started off a while ago I would literally just carry around like a powder now and then, but now it's just sort of everything I wear in the morning I will take with me just in case. So I just put it all in here now, and I'm not too sure what this is. I'm pretty sure it might actually be a pencil case, so yeah, that's not too stylish, but hey ho. And it's just got this little pocket thing at the front that you can slot like whatever in it. It's got like a nose strip at the moment. You can put like whatever you want in it, really. I guess it's up to you. Oh, and also I sort of changed my camera angle, as you've probably noticed, just because I want to rely more on like natural lighting. Just because I thought I was watching some of my old, like my, not old, because you know, but some of my previous videos, and I noticed the lighting's a little bit hit and miss. So sometimes it'd be really suitable and it'd be a really nice layout, and then sometimes it's sort of really annoying. And when I'm doing things like swatches, like I prefer to have pure natural light so you can see what I see. Like, there's no point in me swatching something if you can barely see it, or you can see it but it's a different colour than what it's actually coming off. So I thought the best chance of you seeing what I see is if I use the natural light. So I'm sort of sat here now just to make it a little bit easier for you guys. Anyway, back to the subject. So yeah, this is my makeup bag. I'm literally just gonna pull things out at random and explain it to you, really. So yeah, so the first one I've got in there is a Queen Bee bronzer, and again this has been in a few of my previous videos. I quite like this one. The only downside that I'm less keen on it, but I can put up with it for now, is if I sort of swatch it for you guys. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, because it is quite subtle. It's got, obviously it's got an orange tint to it, less brown, more orange, but you can't actually see it on camera, because it's so hard to pick up, which is the only thing I put up with it. It's got tiny specks of glitter in it, and it really agitates me sometimes, because like on the norm, whenever I wear it, it will literally look like matte bronzer. You won't be able to see any type of shine or anything. But there'll be a few occasions where I put it on and I'll look really like glittery, which obviously, yeah, that's right. If you want to be a glittery bronzer, that's great. But I prefer matte bronzers, and I don't know. This one's sort of semi-matte. It depends what mood it's in. It's occasionally matte and it's occasionally glittery. I don't know. It has like layers, like an onion. It's really strange. Anyway, that's that. I know obviously the best matte bronzer that I know of is Hoola Bronzer by Benefit, but I haven't repurchased that recently because I used to have a sampler size of it, but I like used all of it really quickly. So, oh well. Next is my pressed powder, which is my MUA one. I'm in love with this. I love it. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really happy with it. The other one I'm obsessed with at the moment, I'm not obsessed, I just like, is the Revolution one. That one's also pretty good. But I prefer this one over the Revolution one. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it. It's just literally a pressed powder, but it's so good. I don't know. I just love it. I do definitely advise it if you like pressed powder. It's really cheap. It's like £2, £2.50 I think, thereabouts. It's amazing. It's in the colour Ivory, which is the lightest one that MUA do. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. So, it's amazing. And also, I had another thing I've noticed, because I've also used this on Margaret as well, and it's really good because it blends the different skin tones. I know it says Ivory, which obviously you would assume it'd be really white, but if you just blend it in with the brush a little bit, it just suits loads of darker skin tones, because Margaret's darker than I am, so that's great. It's an advantage, especially being like doing other people's makeup like I'm going to be doing in college. I can own stuff like this, which is a little bit cheaper, and I can get away with just taking 1 or 2 things around with me instead of having to take 5 or 6 different type of powders with me. I can get away with just taking the one. I like that because it's helpful. So that's that. Next is the brush that I used for, I literally just use that for bronzer. I know it's bad, but I use it for bronzer and powder, so yeah, that's just that. Next is my sponge, my foundation sponge, which is just a cheap Wilkinson's one, I believe. They sell them singly, so they come in like a plastic coverage. I've got, I just bought a makeup, no, not a Makeup Revolution, what am I going about? I've just bought a Real Techniques one as well. I haven't actually used it yet though, so I'm excited to use that, but I'm also not excited because no doubt I will mess it up because it looks pretty confusing. But hey ho. I have my foundation, which, if any of you watched my recent foundation review video, I mentioned this one, and I went on about how I've never really used it, so I can't put my opinion on it. But after the video, I thought I'm going to start using some of the foundations, and I used 2 before that, and I thought, yeah, they're not too bad. And I gave this one a go, and I really like it, I'm not going to lie. It's like, if you can obviously see the colour, it's probably not going to focus. You can just see that there's no orange in it, and I like that. That makes me quite happy. Like, the fact that there's no orange. Sorry, my camera's sort of like focusing in and out, it will fix itself. So yeah, it's really great. If you have like quite a cool pale skin tone, this is probably the best foundation I recommend anyway. I don't actually know what any of the back says, it's all sort of worn off, but this isn't even like, this is light beige, and it's 005 by Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour. You can pick this up in like anywhere, I'm guessing. I think you can pick this up in like supermarket sections at makeup stores, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I think I got that from Superdrug. Don't quote me, I've had it for a little while, so I can't really remember. Next, I have a Baby Lips, which was in my most recent purchase video. It is in Peach Kiss. Yeah, Peach Kiss. I don't know, I just really like this at the moment. I always used to wear, whenever I used to do, like, go out anywhere, or full stop in general, I always used to wear, like, some sort of lip balm or something, just because my lips start to get really dry. And they never used to. Like, a few years ago, I would never, ever wear anything like lip balm or Vaseline or anything, because I hated that texture on my lips. But, I don't know, now I've gotten a bit older, and, like, I'm decaying or something, I don't even know, like, my lips just get really dry really easily. And as you can see, like, there's this brief line up there. It's not too... It's barely visible. It's very pale, but it's got a slight hint of brown, which is nice, because my lips... When I do full foundation and powder, obviously it's a bit worn off now, so I do apologise for me looking like shit, but hey-ho. My lips are quite pink, like naturally like light pink, which is really... It's an advantage, because sometimes it looks nice underneath certain lip glosses or lipsticks or whatever you want to do, but at the same time it does look a bit strange sometimes. But I'm prepared to deal with it. Next is my No7 Concealer in Calico, and I really like this concealer. As you can see, that's all that's left now, so that's a little upsetting. It's like £7 something, so it's a little bit more expensive than like the Maybelline Cover Stick or the Rimmel. Rimmel Hide the Blemish. It's a little bit more expensive than that, but I do think it's a lot better texture. Like, it's much more creamier, blends nicely, and the colour is pretty decent as well. Because I've noticed with the Maybelline one, that used to be my go-to. No, not the Maybelline. Actually, yes, that did as well. I started off with the Maybelline Cover Stick. I used to be obsessed with it. I used to use it all the time, but I noticed it just wasn't to my skin tone. It was the palest one that they sold, but it still was a little bit too dark for me. So I swapped onto the Rimmel Hide My Blemish one, and I just found it was quite orange. Like, wherever I used to put it on, no matter how much I blended, no matter what I used on top, it still like have a darker streak wherever I put it, which was a little bit annoying, but you know, I dealt with it for a little while. But then it got to the point where I was bored of this now, so I have been on the hunt for different concealers ever since. I'm a concealer person, I buy loads of concealers. However, I'm really picky. Like, I prefer stick concealers or like Benefit Erase Paste or stuff like that. Just, I don't like liquid concealers. I'm not too keen on them. I just don't think they work for, because quite often liquid concealers aren't more for blemishes, they're more for bags under the eyes, which I don't really get anyway. Like this is natural. I've never put anything on, and I don't have bags. I just don't get them, so I'm kind of lucky in that respect. So liquid concealers for me, they just don't really do much. They just make my skin look kind of cakey, because I've got to be really careful with foundation and powder as well. Like, my skin cakes so much easier, I've noticed, than anyone else's. Even like when I put foundation on other people, if I put it on myself the same amount, my skin looks really cakey and it just look awful. I don't know why. I just have that type of skin. It just doesn't really like makeup. But hey ho. Next, I have my L'Oreal primer, which, in all fairness, I'm not sure why this is in my makeup bag anymore. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really use it as much as I did when I first bought it, or like last month, for instance. Now I've gone into... What do I use now? I use the baby skins now. I use the normal baby skin, like the blue one, and I use the orange one, the anti-fatigue one, and that is in something rose, hint of rose, or something like that colour. It's sort of like a pinky colour. And I used that today, actually, in the morning, and it's sort of given my skin a very nice, I don't know, like, reddish undertone, like pinky undertone, but it makes it look healthy instead of just white and pale. So that's cool. I have 2 more brushes. I have just a little mascara wand one that I use after I've done powder, just to sort out my eyelashes because they're so pale that you can barely see them as it is. So that's that. And I also have this, I'm not actually sure, again, why I've chosen to use it for what I have used it for, but hey ho. It's just like a normal brush, concealer brush, just eyeshadow brush. You can use it for whatever you want, really. It's technically supposed to be a crease brush. That's what it said in the set, but I use it for, I don't even use it for concealer, I use it for my natural collection. If I well, you're going to really struggle to see it because it's like sort of jammed up in there, so I do need to buy another one. I use it for this, which, as you can see, it's all like stuck at the end and I can't get it out, so hey ho. And it is, what's it called? It's a corrector stick in green, which is basically obviously colour correcting for anti-redness. Now this is great for if you have any type of blood vessels, anything like that, or even just redness from spots or acne or anything. It's amazing for covering that up. I've really got a thing for using this at the moment, but unfortunately, as you can see, it's all stuck at the bottom, and that was my own fault because I left it like pushed up and I put the lid on it and I completely forgot. But I went into my local Boots the other day and they only had one and it was sort of like open and damaged, and I was like, oh, whatever. So I do have to go back in there and get another one of them because I really like it. I'm still using this one obviously, but it's just a hassle to try and get the brush all the way down there and try and get some of it out. But I'm dealing with it. So yeah, that's amazing for colour correcting, and I'm literally just getting on to the colour correcting thing. Like, obviously I've always known the green counteracts redness. I've always known that. I'm just getting on to all the other ones. If any of you purchase, I think it's MUA, possibly, don't quote me. They have a Pro Base set. It's they have the powder, the multicoloured powders, a yellow one, a blue one, a green one, and like a peach one. And their colour correcting powders, they're great for setting your skin to get to more of a one even tone, rather than blotchiness. And another one is ELF, if anyone's ever heard of that, Eyes, Lips, Face. That's more of an American brand. It's sort of like America's version of MUA. They're cheap, but not, well no, it's more of America's version of like Makeup Revolution actually. Like, it's cheap, but it's really good stuff. And they do loads of strange stuff that other brands don't do, but like their colour correcting powder, for instance, is amazing. I used to own it, but mine broke, and I loved it so much. But yeah, if anyone's interested in things like colour correcting, a great channel to look at would be Pixie Woo. And obviously Pixie Woo is Sam Chapman and Nick Chapman, the 2 girls behind Real Technique brushes. Sam did, I think it's Sam, did a whole video about colour correcting on her channel. I'll link it below actually. And it's really good. Like, she's really helpful. Like she says, it can be really confusing. It is a really difficult subject, but once you start to understand the basics of colour correcting, it starts to make more sense to you. So I'm not going to go into much detail because I don't know too much about it, but I will link that video below in case any of you are interested. And that is it for my makeup bag, which is absolutely skank at the bottom. Like, so many powders have leaked in this, and it's just not nice. So that's that. That's like the basis of what I carry around with me on a day-to-day. Occasionally I will stop and change what's in it. Like the foundations, obviously I go through stages of which foundation I want to use. The brush I don't always carry around with me, that's normally just loose in the bag actually. It's just because it just caught in the zip. Stuff like that. But I will probably do another one of these videos in a few weeks' time, maybe a month's time. Because I'm always changing what makeup I'm using anyway, so that. And I'm also planning on getting a proper set makeup bag for myself to actually keep in my bag. To organise it a little bit, because my bag is full of so much junk as it is that if I was to put loose makeup in it, it would just end badly. So that's all of that. Thanks for watching, and obviously I try and update as much as I can with videos and stuff, so I will be updating as much as I can with new videos. Whatever comes into my head I'll try and do. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, all stuff like that. Any videos you would like me to talk about or go into detail about, I'm happy to do. I know I've been saying this in like every single one of my videos so far, but a makeup collection video is coming, I do promise you. I have had a few messages about it, asking when I'm going to do it, and it will be soon, I promise. I'm just delaying it at the moment. I'm not putting it off, I'm just delaying it. If I'm 100% honest, it will probably have to wait until the end of this month, beginning of next month, just because then I have some time to do it. I need some free time to be able to sit down, organise where I'm going to film it, how I'm going to film it, and make sure it doesn't be too long, because I can see the video. If I'm to like do my normal ranting on about random stuff, it will probably be about 2.5 hours long. So I'm going to have to try and figure out how I'm going to do it and how I'm going to separate it, because I will not be able to do all of it in one video. I'm probably going to do like nails separately and theatrical makeup separately and stuff like that. I'm just going to do like the main stuff. Oh, and palettes. I'll probably do palettes separately as well. So that's that. Also soon, my next video is probably going to be my Makeup Revolution one. I spoke about that in my previous Makeup Revolution haul video, that I'm going to do a complete collection review. So that will be coming as well. I'm not sure when, hopefully soon, but no guarantee. But I promise I'll have videos up soon. So just make sure you subscribe and you'll see all the notifications. Same if you're on my Instagram, everything I do gets put on Instagram as well. So you won't miss anything if you're on my Instagram or Facebook or in YouTube, don't worry. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!